back. Wright Family Gaming. We're going to do our other... Oh, sorry guys. Our second gameplay of Medieval Dynasty. So as you can see, I was busy last night. I have got quite a bit done. I've added the food storage over here. We've got 3 smelters, blacksmiths, 2 excavation sheds. We probably need 3 of each of these. And we got 3 carpenters, but we're going to go ahead and leave the excavation sheds at 2. We got the workshop. Of course, we got the well and the salesman. So what I was going to do now is I need more money. I've got to let the logs get caught up because I was trying to build all the houses. So I'm going to build the houses all the way around. And I was trying to do that, but I kept running out of logs and stuff. So I'm going to try to let the workers get some logs together. And I'm just going to go travel to the mines because what I'm running into right now is the, you know, our sales station where we got our sales is selling the stone stuff and all that right now. Because we ain't really got a whole lot of metal stuff made yet. So what I ran into was I can't keep enough tools for the workers in there because he's also selling them. So I turned them down. I didn't turn them off. I just turned them down to where he wasn't selling as many. But my plan is now, because I've unlocked iron tools. So my plan is now I'm going to go mine myself. Let's see, we got another point there. Oh, we got 2 points. So plan is I'm going to I got the iron knife, the iron axe, iron pickaxe. I don't see it. Maybe it's in the other. Yeah. Oh, so it's up in the 1500s, so I need to wait. Well, I got 5,000, so I could probably get one of them anyway. Ah, hit the wrong button. Let's just go ahead with the iron sword. Then we'll get some more money gathered up. I also have people running this mine now, so we'll be getting iron and copper and all that through the workers too. So that should help us. So we've got our basic needs right now. So I will not really build no more houses right now. I'm gonna let everything get caught up. Maybe me go cut some myself. So I don't really know what's happened, but I guess in one of the updates, used to be when you was cutting the trees down, if you was fast enough, you could actually cut the tree into the logs before it even hit the ground. Made things a lot faster. But I'm doing it yesterday as much as I did. I realized that they don't do that no more. Now it has to hit the ground in order for you to get logs from it. So I'm guessing one of the updates fixed it or something. I don't know. It's not a big deal, but it makes it more legit anyway, you know. You know, because in real life you're not going to be cutting logs while the tree's still falling. So it does make it more realistic, but I like that part of it because it just made it quicker to get your logs instead of having to stand there and wait on it hit the ground. But it ain't like it's no big game changer or nothing, you know. The game's still awesome. So I think I figured out Thursdays and Fridays are going to be my top lips days. So we're going to do nothing but Top Blitz Productions games on Thursdays and Fridays. Which will be making videos, going live streams. All that good stuff. It's what we're going to try to do. So I'm only missing one game, I think, for console. I'm going to try to be getting it before long. That garden simulator game they came out with. That's the only one on console that I don't have. got the airport one I just recently got it. Which it's not real bad actually, you know. It looked pretty fun. I played it for a few minutes. And it looked like it was gonna be pretty fun little game. Of course you tell it's an old game, you know. Not done like the rest of them, but still look pretty cool. So my plan is, of course, everybody knows, you know, Toplet's biggest games are Medieval and Sengoku. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, these are the that's the two best ones they've ever done so far. Which I have a feeling the Viking one's going to be so good. And I'm not even a fan of the Vikings. Never have been. That Viking era just wasn't in. You know, I've never really liked it very much. So I've always trained in Taekwondo, martial arts, and all that since I was a kid. Of course, I don't no more because I'm hurt, so I messed my back up. You know. That being said, I've always been into Japan because that's where a lot of the China and Japan is where a lot of the martial arts came from. So it's kind of like a history thing with me. So I've always been into Japan, shinobis, you know, like ninjas, samurais. You know, to me, that's two of the greatest warriors that's ever came around. A lot of people think shinobis, yeah, which they was mostly just deceit, you know, just assassins basically, uh, like spies, obtained information, went in, killed silently, kind of like, you know, covert ops or something. But they was mostly that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, them guys was trained in some very mean stuff. Ninjutsu, which is one of my favorites. I wish I'd have found somebody that could have taught me that in the States, but I could never find no one. Uh, but I guarantee you they could go head on with somebody if they wanted to. No questions asked. I honestly really do. They was just very awesome people. They was mean. But their main goal was to, you know, go in quietly, not, you know, make a big scene, get information for the war, and back out. Every now and then they would do big assassinations. So yeah, they was just pretty awesome. Which is why Sengoku Dynasty is so awesome to me. You know, it's just you ain't really got shinobis on there, which I think that would have been cool. Or make a Shinobi Dynasty game. That'd have been awesome. Uh, but it is got samurais, which are one of the top warriors in the world, so. And I just love the landscape of Japan, you know. Right now, Sengoku is my favorite top lit game so far. And that's just because really it just came out and it's got all kinds of new features and stuff in it. Like the raids and the security and all that. I think that's pretty awesome. But truth be known, this game right here would be my favorite one. Medieval times has always been my favorite kind of time in history. I've always considered myself a warrior. I'm a warrior god. You know, I've always been a warrior. Fought for everything I've ever owned. I don't give up. I just keep going. As you can see, I just keep going until I break myself. But so the knights, you know, the knights and the wars on the battlefields and medieval times has just always been my favorite part of history. Like the Knights of Templar and all that. So this would definitely be my favorite. I wish, because I still love this game, I do, but I wish they would bring like stuff from Sengoku and add it to this game, and it would be my favorite. Period. I'm lost. How in the world do I keep ending up back here? I ain't never got this dang lost. There we go. Why is every time I go to mine, it's always dark when I come out? But yeah, if they would add like, and it wouldn't have to be a whole lot. Just like if they would add the fighting aspect that they have in Sengoku on this one, they'd be outrageous. Like add the raids and the liberation and all that stuff. It would be awesome if they could do that to this game. It would definitely be my favorite one, just because it's the medieval times. You know, it's my favorite time of the history. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and mine all my mines. And then that way I got uh, all the metal I can have. I can go ahead and make some stuff. So my plan is I'm gonna make these like iron swords and iron axes and stuff and copper stuff or bronze, whichever one. And then I'm gonna take and put them in the cell stall and then take the stone weapons out and all that. That way we ain't selling no more of them because the workers need them. But I don't want to lose money, so I'm gonna leave it all the same until I get all the metal. I've already got it turned down to where barely making anything now anyway, so So on here, where you only have copper, tin, and iron, it's better to just make the bronze because, you know, if not, your tin's just sitting there doing nothing. So it is better just to make the bronze instead of copper. Usually you always have some copper left, and you can make copper stuff that way. But I always try to make as much bronze as I can because what's the use in the tin, you know? Can't really use the tin for nothing. Now on Sengoku Dynasty, you've got that other stuff. Uh, Tungsten steel or something like that. I can't remember how it's pronounced, but so on there, I really don't even. I don't even fool with bronze. Uh, I go straight to iron and the tungsten steel, and then copper if I need to make something. Usually, I'll make unless it's security, then I'll use the best for it. But tools for everybody, I'll make copper and stuff. You don't have to because everybody knows they'll work with any kind of tool and it will last them a while, but it still does work if you put a better tool in there for them. It won't break as much and you won't have to do it as much. So now on Sengoku Dynasty, they've got it set up to where, you know, you have to have a certain, like an iron axe to cut down certain trees. You know, you can't go below an iron and all that. But they got it set up to where when you start using your workers, they'll use anything. They can use anything on them. You just can't. You got to use what it tells you to use. So I thought that was pretty cool. Make things a little bit harder, but it's not too bad. So I kind of want to. I'm hoping I'll be ready to start plowing some fields and stuff here soon. Which I probably could go ahead. But I really don't have the resources right now to make extra houses for people to come work the fields, so I would have to do it myself, which is fine, but I'm still trying to get everything set up, so I need to be running around at all times. That's why you don't see me having any kind of fields right now. But by Friday, by the end of this week, our last day out on this game, I'm hoping I'll be able to have some fields going that way. Because one of the things I wanted to test on here and review was they added the berries to plant. So, and I also seen spruce saplings. So I reckon you can grow spruce now. But I ain't found the berries yet, so. Of course, I ain't really looked in all the stores or nothing yet, so. I'm thinking, and it could be decorations. It could be just a decoration berry tree. I don't know. But it said planted, so. So, I mean, it being said planted, being able to plant berry trees, you should be able to just plant them like you would a tree sapling or anything else. So we'll find out. So I did catch this update late because we was in the middle of doing a game when all these updates come out that week, and I didn't want to just stop doing the review that we was doing, you know. Actually, I think it was the Legacy of the Forge we was doing, and I loved it. I thought that was awesome, so I didn't want to stop it just to check out these updates. So I figured we'd just get to them when we got to them. So Medieval was one. Sengoku had an update. And then Go Mining Simulator had one. We did that one last week, and this week we're doing this one. And then next week I guess we'll do crap. The Hey, there's a salesman.
Hello. My wares never disappoint.
Fertilizer. That's all he's got.
See you soon.
Come on, man. I was gonna look see if he had any saplings and stuff. I'll probably do that once I get done with this. I'll probably go ahead and make all this iron stuff and copper stuff, bronze, and put it in the sales stall, and then I'll run and we'll go look at all the people selling stuff, and we'll see what we can come up with. Might be able to find the berries. I'm one of those gamers that I do not try to look stuff up. I will not do that. I'd rather just run around lost all day until I figure it out myself. That's the type of gamer I am. Now, I ain't gonna lie, there is sometimes that I have to look something up because I'm just lost, especially if it's a game that don't really describe what you're looking for very much. I played one of the games we're going to be doing here soon is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I love that game. I just picked it up a couple weeks ago, and I'm loving that game, guys. But some of the areas in there, some of the things they have you do is not very described very well. Like the people you have to find to kill and all that. It'll tell you certain areas where they might be at, or a general direction, and then you gotta just look. Well, there's been a couple times I've looked and looked and looked and looked, couldn't find them. So I've had to actually look them up, find out where they was at. So there is sometimes I've got a buddy that I play Phasmophobia with, Phasmophobia. And he's one of those that, you know, looks everything up. He can't find where a bone is at or a cursed object or something like that. He'll look up to see where they're all at in that one place, or what this tool is used for, or how to use this. Which is fine, you know. A lot of people do that, actually. But I don't do that. I try to do it on my own. The reason I guess I'm like that is because, you know, gaming is a passion of mine, and I wouldn't be much of a tester or a reviewer if I tried looking things up every time and not try to figure it out on my own. And for one reason, it's like this: if I was to research and type in where something's at, you know, you don't know where it's at or whatever, or how to use this, whatever it is, and you go in and you start researching that, well, you're actually taking what somebody else has found or says, which is fine. But what if, you know, you kept doing it yourself and you just kept on until you found it or did whatever it was you was going to do? You never know. You could end up finding a better way or an easier way to do it. And I guess that's why I am the way I am when it. I'm one of those that I take a situation and I figure it out, you know. I sit there and I'll do it over and over and I'll figure out what way's the best way to do it. Just like this game. When I first played it, you wouldn't believe how many times I messed up on this. I had to restart, create new saves. because I would just jump right in and go toward, automatically start building a village and getting people to come in, and then bam, I didn't have food, I didn't have water, I didn't have, you know, money to help, and you end up just falling on your hind end, right? It probably took me at least about the fourth time or third time, one or two, when I finally realized, okay, best route of doing this is do it all yourself at first. You go in, you gather, uh, find a location to build, and you just keep gathering, and then you end up going to the shops or your vendors and selling your whatever stuff you can get. You just sell it. Then after a little while, you'll be set. You'll be ready. You'll have all the wood and stuff you can start building, and you'll have the water and all that. So for the purpose of this review, I kind of jumped the gun this time, and built a little too soon. Uh, usually I'll wait a while, and I just keep doing stuff on my own. But for the purpose of this review and test, I wanted to get further along, as quick as I could. So I went ahead and started building last night, which I ain't gonna lie, I got in trouble a couple times because I ran out of logs and sticks and stones and was stuck not being able to do nothing. But now I've got, I know the game, so I know how to set everything. So, you just go in and play with your management, and you just tell these people to get this much, and you tell this person to get this much, or you forget about one thing for now and work on others. It's like limestone. Limestone is useless, really. You use it for insulation. It's not useless, but it's used for insulation. Okay, so I mean, it's like I started out getting limestone last night, and then when I started running out of stones and stuff, I was like, okay, no, this ain't gonna work. So I cut out limestone completely because, for one, limestone can only be used for stone houses. Uh, the way I've got this set up is, I'm basically their ruler. I'm their king. I mean, I'm not a king, but I'm their ruler. I look after them. I take care of them. And I always make sure I'm set apart from everything. So I always try to set myself off on a little island or by myself, and I'm the only house that's made out of stone. The rest of them is made out of, they're made good houses, but they're made out of logs. And you don't use limestone for logs, you use daub. That being said, I don't really need limestone, besides for my own place, and I ain't worried about that right now. So I just got rid of it so they could find more stones and straw than anything else. And kind of like there's another one for the carpenter workers, spruce bark, spruce bark. Starting out, it's useless. I mean, it's used for dye. That's about it. Making dye. When you're first starting out, you don't need dye. You know, you just wear the colors you get. That's it. Don't worry about it. So yeah. All right. We're done. But yeah, so I just went ahead and made them quit making or quit getting spruce bark or spruce bark for now. I'll turn it back on because I do like to dye later on. I like to make my colors. So I'm like 90% Irish, 10% German. And I am a big family guy, heritage, you know, ancestors. My last name Wright is everything to me. So my colors are Ireland's colors, except darker. You know, Ireland's colors is orange, green, and white. Mine's dark orange, dark green, and white. Like an emerald green, burnt orange. What the heck was that? What is that? When did a fox start attacking you? I never knew that. I guess maybe I ran into him or something. I don't know. But yeah, anybody that is top lits production fans like I am, I'm a huge fan. Uh, it's one company that I'm dying to work with one day. Uh, Thursdays and Fridays will be my top lits games, so it will be. I'm thinking about doing. I'd like to get that garden simulator soon because what I want to do, because the way it'll be even number, I'll be doing like Sengoku and Medieval together, Farming Dynasty and Lumberjack Dynasty together, the airport or airplane and the garden one together. And I know, some of them ain't the greatest, like the Farmer Dynasty, the first one anyway, ain't all that great. The airplane one ain't all that great, but still, they're top lits. And to me, I'm a diehard fan, so I'm playing them all. Oh, all right. Let's see what all we got over here. See, I only got, after all that time, I've only got $598. 17 copper iron. Crap. I hate when I do that. So let's start with our tools because they're the cheapest to make. So we're going to do like iron knives. Iron pickaxes. And then we'll go back and make our weapons. I think all we got is the bronze sword. We'll just go ahead and make all of them. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We can make a bronze knife, bronze axe, that'll work. Make bronze swords. Sell them. Bronze daggers. Let's just leave that alone. See if we got any copper. I don't know how much copper we got. Hmm. That'd be good for right now. So now we will go and put all our stuff, our bronze boats. Use the bronze boats. Axe. We do get more bronze daggers, bronze knives, bronze swords. Got the copper axes, copper knives, iron axe, iron knife. I don't know if I made any of them. Iron swords. We're gonna go ahead and sell all of them. And that should be it. So now we'll run up here and set the sail station up. You don't have to run up here because it'll do it itself. So we can still, let's just take all that off. Uh, he's still making bronze, selling bronze boats. So let's just, I guess, go ahead and leave it. Ah, I hate when I keep doing that. We don't need the wooden spear. We don't need the wooden bronze spear. We don't need to sell the wood, stone knife, stone axe, wood hoe no more, stone pickaxe. Uh, we do need to sell the daggers. Swords. Copper knife, bronze knife, iron knife. Did we put copper axe on? I think that's all of it. Now I'm gonna go back up here because we ain't even selling one a day. Kind of loud. All right. Now we should be able to make some more money. All right, guys, that's it for today. Uh, this is our second gameplay of Medieval Dynasty. Checking out the new update. So far, nothing's messed up. It's all working fine. Uh, so we'll just keep going. I think this time I'll probably continue to play for a while, but we're going to look to see if we can't find the berry saplings and stuff, see if we can plant some. And we're going to go from there, see what all's new. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for all the support, the ones who come and watch, hang out, and like, comment. Love each and every one of you. God bless you.